Hello, so this is David again, and today I'm going to tell you about an activity that I think you could do online called Art Gallery. It's based on the classic activity show and tell, where students could take any object and talk a bit about it, what it is, how they feel about it. The Art Gallery idea, though, takes it a little bit somewhere else because it's based on an improvisation game. The basic version is that a student could take any object from around them, around the house. It should be something random, and as an improvisation game, they don't prepare. They simply take the object and then they pretend that they are the director of an art gallery, that this object is a piece of modern art, and they have to explain to the visitors of the gallery what it is and why it is special. So here's an example of that. Here's an object from the house, and here we go. I've got this. So this is a normal coat hanger, but obviously now I'm going to pretend that I'm the art gallery director. So this is the modern piece called Hanger. It's by a modern German artist called Hans Koht, and it really is a wonderful piece of art. You can see, first of all, you notice there are two parts to the piece. There's the large wooden body down here and the small the small metal hook on top. The wooden body, obviously because it's made of wood, it represents the world and nature, and the pyramid shape is the very typical pyramid shape you see when people are describing human societies. So you've got a feeling of the whole of human society and nature here in one simple shape. And the wood contrasts with the metal, and the metal hook is a lot smaller, and because it's a hook, it gives you a feeling of a need to reach out and hang on to something. So by this work, I think Hans Koht is really giving us a picture of society, the size of it, and the need to hold on to something. It could be God or religion or a feeling of purpose. And so that's Hanger by Hans Koht. There you go. Now, you could do that yourself and improvise it. If you want to improvise it in real time, maybe students could send pictures across, and so somebody quickly has to see the picture and start talking about it. That would be for advanced students. Now, obviously, if your students are not so advanced, they might like to have more time. You could give them a picture, or they can choose an object and make a short video for homework or something like that. Okay, that's the game. I'll give you just one more just to give you a feeling of how it is. So here's another thing I picked up on the way out from home, and I'm going to tell you about this. Now, this piece of work here is called Shirt. It's also by Hans Koht, probably his most famous piece. You probably recognize it. Very, very expressive. The light blue color, of course, represents water, and because the whole thing is light blue, it also invokes in me a feeling of flood, a feeling like Noah's flood, but of course in our days of global warming, it's a picture of the earth after the final flood that we could be experiencing. You see small amounts of earth though. For example, here on the collar, there's a little bit of brown earth just to remind us of the earth that was lost. Here, there's a little bit of dirt there on the collar just to remind us of the original earth. And of course the fact that the whole thing was brilliantly transposed onto a human artifact like this reminds us that it was humankind and us ourselves that caused this great tragedy. I find it very hard to look at this piece without feeling moved inside. So that was Shirt and Hanger by Hans Koht, and the game was called Art Gallery. Thank you.